I'm doing this on October 16th. So the big news right now is the latest inflation print. I think it was down to 1.6, which is pretty low. And I think it's true, where if you take out shelter, so shelter includes rent and mortgage payments, we're actually negative. We're actually in what you would call deflation. Prices are coming down. Now, I think prices coming down are actually a good thing. A lot of people are freaking out, but I think lower prices are good, just if you have the quantity to match those lower prices. But without going down that economic rabbit hole, I think that with this, what it means is a higher likelihood, of Bank of Canada making those cuts quicker and faster. I mean, that's the short answer of it. And of course, that's good news for mortgage brokers. I think, of course, lower rates is going to mean more activity. It's great for borrowers too. But the other interesting thing too with this is with that, and if I go back to in the actual amortization simulator that we were just talking about, because of these rapid drops in that overnight rate, actually looks like variable rate is back on top where it was 5, 10 years ago as the least interest paid over a 5 year period. And, I think that's really interesting. But also, I think what's interesting, I saw Ron Butler, who's a friend, talk about this, which is, a lot of people are scarred by that variable rate. A lot of people took out the variable rate in 2021, 2022, and then overnight rate went up by a 500 basis points or whatever it was. And those people really were in a tough way with it and really got kind of, I guess, burned by it. And so I think there's this negative connotation out there about variable rates. And I think it's interesting. I actually think this is an opportunity, a really good opportunity for mortgage brokers out there. Instead of just being about the transaction, I always say go from being a transaction to a trusted advisor. And what a trusted advisor can do at this time is provide that education and say, hey, push through that emotional bias that you might have. I understand that emotional bias, but it is just exactly what that is. And the numbers don't lie. And what the numbers say is, yes, we should actually be considering those variable rates again. And to take it one step further, if your clients don't believe you, tools like the amortization builder or the Canadian mortgage app, who does very similar type of calculations, can be a great way to show it. So use those tools. A great way to prove that you're trustworthy is to let the numbers do the talking, let the simulations do the talking, right? And it shows that you're a tech savvy person. That also builds trust, I think, in today's day and age. So the variable rate is back. People aren't going to believe you, but this is a great opportunity to build that trust. And if you're having a tough time doing it, tools like this and the Canadian mortgage app can really help.